One of the key areas when it comes to gym design, from a customer's perspective, was the customization. You said sort of the wow factor.
Yeah.
When you walk into a gym, and it's something that Absolute Performance offers when it comes to weight plates, turfs, dumbbells, even branding when it comes to walls, our lifting platforms. But I thought we'd look at some dumbbells today and just discuss the price points, the advantages and disadvantages of certain dumbbells, and if you can talk us through what the type of dumbbells that Absolute Performance offers. You just see the England rugby dumbbells that we provided for an installation quite a few years ago now, and they're still being used today by England rugby on their lead up to the World Cup, and they still look in fantastic condition. I mean, that's got to be testament to the quality of the dumbbell that we provide.
100%. I mean, some of those dumbbells, I mean, that dumbbell set went up to 80 kilos.
Yeah.
So for them to be lasting as long as they have, just as you say, it's testament to the quality of the product that we provide.
Yeah, I won't be lifting 80 kilo dumbbells, that's for sure. We can only aspire to be that strong. But we've got some dumbbells that we have here. And first of all, we've got our Hex dumbbell, which comes with an A on it and the weights on it. So, sort of give us a sort of brief overview of a Hex dumbbell.
Yeah, so look, the Hex dumbbell is, I suppose, the entry level, if you like, of gym dumbbell. It's the staple diet of any CrossFit gym and, multiple education facilities across the UK. Really good seller, comes in at a good price point, and it's pretty durable. It is pretty durable. It's good in terms of giving stability for exercise. It's good in terms of the fact that it doesn't roll off of racks. It doesn't roll away from people. So for beginners to dumbbell lifting, it's the perfect solution. My only criticism ever of a Hex dumbbell is the fact that due to the shape of it, inherently it has corners on it. And ultimately, if you're throwing a dumbbell around and your flooring isn't suitable, at some point you may start to get some splits on those corners or breakouts on those corners in the future.
But a Hex dumbbell allows you to do a few certain exercises that a circular or PU cover dumbbell wouldn't allow you to do.
Yeah, it certainly makes it a lot easier. In terms of your core strength and everything as you're developing that, if you were looking to do an exercise like a devil's press, for example, where you end up doing a press up on the dumbbell isn't going to try and roll away from you. So that's what I mean, in terms of as an entry level product, it's fantastic. That's why they're really popular, like I say, in terms of the CrossFit.
What about the difference in the knurling? And when we refer to knurling, we mean the grip, the handle.
Yeah. So the knurling's quite heavy on our Hex dumbbells, and again, that comes down to the fact that at times the people that are using it don't quite have the same experience and grip level which you find in the professional environments.
Okay, so that's our Hex dumbbell.
Yeah.
We've got our PU covered Apex dumbbell here, and one of our PU customized.
Yeah.
What's the difference between these two, apart from obviously the customization, which you can clearly see?
Very little.
Yeah.
There's very little difference between the two. Our PU dumbbells are cylindrical dumbbells, they're circular dumbbells. The covering around the dumbbell, around the actual steel element of the dumbbell, the weighted element of the dumbbell, is of a higher quality than that that's found within a Hex dumbbell. The knurling on our PU dumbbells is slightly softer. And
it's a full knurling as well.
A bit more refined, yeah. It goes the whole length of your handle, and aesthetically they just look a bit better. So we sell a lot of those into hotel gyms, local authorities, commercial environments, that kind of thing. Really good seller, fantastic seller, lasts really well. Different
Types of racks for storage, because
yep. So the Hex dumbbell generally comes on flat shelf, 3-tier.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to move anywhere. They're not going to roll around, so you don't really need to have the same structure for the dumbbell to sit into. Whereas our circular dumbbells, our urethane dumbbells, sit in cradles, individual cradles, and that's on a 2-tier set.
And then we've got our customised dumbbell here.
Yeah.
This is our Rams rugby dumbbell, which looks really cool. It's great. So speak us or chat us through the actual customisation element of it. How does it work?
Okay,
how's
so
it done?
effectively it's laser engraved.
Okay.
So the face of the dumbbell is laser engraved with whatever the logo may be, and then it's painted in order to really bring that embossing or engraving out.
So that can be good for durability, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, it does. It doesn't wipe off. It's not one of those things that's just printed on the surface. It physically is embedded into the body of the item. They last really well, and like we said before, essentially it is exactly the same product as our standard PU dumbbell.
Price point, is there much difference in the price point between the standard PU, Apex PU, or customised?
It's an economy of scale. If you're going to buy one, you're going to see quite a price difference.
Yeah.
If you're looking at a full set, then that price difference obviously diminishes because the setup cost is spread across a larger number of dumbbells. The difference isn't as big as people psychologically will think it's going to be, but the added value that it brings to your gym is absolutely fantastic.
It's proven that the quality is there, isn't it? You've got dumbbells being lifted by arguably some very strong men.
Yes,
and women. If it can last, many years with them sort of dropping and lifting those weights, then it's going to be very suited for a commercial setting.
and it's becoming more and more popular. It's becoming more and more popular with the Instagram generation to shout about your gym and to have the name of your gym in your socials every single time you're posting. So it gives a really good added value element to that.
It's great brand identity.
It is.
So, when you take new photos, and again, like you said, people are really into Instagram and social media, filming their exercises and taking their photos in a gym setting. You've got your logo everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't get away from it, and you're not advertising someone else's logo. You're advertising your own business.
100%. And when you can back that in against your branded weight plates, your customised racks and rigs, in your brand colours with your brand logo and all of that going on there, your turf, your lifting platforms. Essentially, that gym can be branded as your own.